Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's one we're going to be working in VoxEdit. Now VoxEdit is the asset creator where you can go in and make your own assets, your avatars, pieces for your land, animals, anything you want, anything you can think of to add to your game in the Sandbox Game Maker. So to get VoxEdit, if you haven't got it already, go to the sandbox.game website up here and then click on the create section on the left over here, and then you want to go in and just download the game maker. And also for VoxEdit, just come down here, click the VoxEdit tab, and then download the Vox Editor here. And once you've got both installed, you'll be able to create your own assets and play your own games, and also create your own games. Right, so in VoxEdit we have it open now. We're going to go into templates, and today we're just going to work on a sword. So you want to just click on the blades and make sure that you select your desired folder where you want the asset to be saved. In my case, I've got something sorted out already, so I'm just going to go ahead and name this one Sword Demo just for these purposes, and just let that save it. Right, once it goes in, you can see the avatar holding the sword. Okay, that's all good. That means it gives you the size, dimensions and stuff like that, so you know how long you want your blade, how wide you want the handle. You can change all of it. So I'm not going to go into too much detail here, so I'm just going to show you a quick rough edit. So in this section, there's two ways to do the editing. You can go over this side and choose the blade option here, or you can edit it from here. Now, if you edit it from this side, you would be presented with just the blade part itself in the editor. And if you select it from this side, you'll be brought into the editor with the avatar and everything still attached. So it's good to work on it that way, because then that way you can see the size of your blade and stuff like that. So we're just going to go in and edit it this way. So you can see the boxes here already, the frame. So if you want to stay within that frame, it's a good idea. And so you can make the sword as wide as the frame and as long as it as well, and as tall and everything if you want to. So go ahead and make any adjustments that you want. It's really quite simple. Okay, so over here you've got the eraser tool. If you want to make complete changes to the blade, and then select the face tool, and then just delete the whole face. And I'm going to keep the middle section because that's going to give me a guide to be able to judge the thickness of the sword. So just go ahead and delete all these little parts that you don't want. This will also allow us to gauge the length of the sword as well. So if you want it a little bit longer, we can go ahead and do that. Now you can see we've got the middle section of the sword, so we're just going to build around it really. So first things first, select on the block tool, don't change any color here, and you just want to just extend this. Whoops, because we didn't change the color, it was already selected in the palette here, selected the first color. So in order to keep the same color as the sword, first you want to go ahead and take a sample of that color by clicking the sampler tool here, and then you can paint those pieces in. So I'm just going to delete that piece that I did there, that was a mistake. And now I can paint this in and just make it nice and long. I won't bring it all the way down, I'll just make it, bring it up to here a little bit. Okay, and it's good to keep these parts in for reference for now as well. You can change the color here too. All you have to do is select the paint tool, and then you can select the face tool or do it individually. I'm selecting the pencil tool, and then I'm just going to change that color, just make it just a dark red for now. And the center of the blade doesn't really matter because that's going to be hidden by the rest of it. We're just using this as a gauge. And now you can start painting in your sword parts. So let's go with, what color should we use? I think a nice luminous green might look well. So again, choose your blocks, select the pen tool, or you can do the block tool, and then you can paint it all the way down like this. And then you just do the same again on the underside of the sword. So you just flip it over this way. And again, you just paint and drag. And now we have a luminous sword on both sides. And if you want, you can just fill it out as well. So you can go ahead and just over here add more blocks. But this time we're just going to add a few at a time. So I'm just going to select the pen tool in this case. And I'm just going to paint in a couple of blocks here. Not going to go too drastic with it, just going to make something simple. And then show you guys how to upload it into your game. Oops. If you make any mistakes, don't worry. Just press Ctrl Z and it'll undo your last action. And let's just give it a bit of a blade section here as well. So just mark all that out. Sometimes it's hard to see working with one color. If you have trouble seeing it, then just click on these little boxes up here and then it'll shade everything for you so you can see things clearer. Alright, so now you can get a better idea of how it's going to look. And now with this one, I'm just going to go a darker green. So choose a darker green. And again, we've got that tool selected. Just going to paint all the way down the center. Oops. If you do press the right mouse button while you're holding the left one, you will undo everything you've just done. So let's just go ahead and do that side as well. And then if I miss any bits, it's okay. I can just go ahead and paint those in at the end. And there you go. I think that'll do for now. So let's go back. When you go back, it will ask if you want to save the changes to that VXM. Just click yes. And now you can see we have some lovely changes to the sword. And again, you could have made it longer, and you can go ahead and do the same with the handle as well. Either edit it from here or go over here and edit the handle here. Alright, so there's lots and lots of changes you can make to it. Make it curved, make it a stick, make it invisible, whatever you want to do. Okay, so for now, we're just going to click on File for a moment and click Export and export Vox. And then you're going to be brought back into where you made your weapons. In this case, it's in Sword Demo. Don't forget we made the folder there. I'm just going to call it Demo. And then save it there. Okay, now click the Home button again. And it'll ask you if you want to save the changes to Equip Blades. So that's the template that you used. And there it is there. Okay. So now, if you want to upload it to the marketplace, just click on it. It'll open it again in the animator. Now go to File, Export, Export to Marketplace. Okay, so assuming you've got an account over at the sandbox.game website, this will take you straight there. So you want to click on the profile of the sword that you want. Choose a nice one. Then click on Export. And now you see it's loading the asset in. Obviously it's a new one, so select New Asset and you can see it there already. Okay, so give it a name. This one's called Demo. Again, call it whatever you want. Give it a description if you want. If you make an epic sword, give it an epic description. Continue. And then choose some categories you want to put it in. If it's magic, if it's metal, if it's sci-fi. And then choose Sandbox. And there you go. So the next stage is to click on your account up here and go to your inventory. And then click on the sword that you've just uploaded. And you must click this plus button down here to be able to add it to your game. So click on that. And now it's being added to your inventory. So where is your inventory? Okay. So if we come out now and go into Game Maker. So you go into Game Maker. If you have experience made already, then you go ahead and just jump in there. If you don't, go ahead and make a new experience. And do some building on the land if you want, but just to get your weapons in or the item that you just created, you're just going to press the L key on your keyboard and that brings up the library, and then you go to the stuff that you own at the top, and then you'll see your sword in here. So click it there, or you can drag it into one of these slots here if you like, and then go into your game, put it down near your spawn point so you'll see it. So we're just going to put it down, and you can see it on the floor there. And now I'm going to make it usable, I'm just going to highlight the sword, click on the little plus button over here, scroll down to components, and then you want to add a component and make it a collectible. So now you can go and run over the sword and you'll be able to collect it. Okay, so we're just going to tab into the game now. That's how you go in, test your game. Okay, once it loads up, you can see the sword on the floor. Just go ahead and run over it. It's a little bit slow today. You can see it's called Demo ×1. Now to equip it, press the I for inventory. You'll see it here. So just drag it across into your sword slot here, and it appears in his hand. So come out again, and now you can see the sword is in your hand, and you can go ahead and use it in the game. And when the opportunity comes up to add catalysts and gems to your sword, you'll be able to make it so it's powerful, fast, defensive, whatever it is you like with your gems. Okay, for right now, it's just a basic sword that you've made and now you can use in your game. So go ahead and have fun with that, guys. If you've got any questions, stick them in the comments below. I'm going to put the link to the Sandbox website into the description as well. So if you want to go ahead, if you don't have the Sandbox game already and you don't have the Vox Edit, go ahead and download them via the link in the description. All right. Thank you very much for watching again. See you next time. We'll have something different, maybe Game Maker, maybe Vox Edit, maybe something completely different. Let's go. Let's do this. See you next time. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.